So as I was perusing down these social media streets, I said this is enough for me to want to share some sensibility. All right, let's get into it, shall we? All right, y'all. I have recorded this particular video, shoot, probably almost 3 weeks ago, okay, about Carlos, and I want y'all to listen to it. But I said, let me go ahead and piggyback and put a little bit of something else onto this before y'all listen to that, okay? But is it me or is Carlos giving the men on the show a whole lot of airtime? Now, we noticed with this past episode, Nail Razor, and I did a whole nother video on that. Okay, so I'm going to give it to Marcel that he gave some sage wisdom to Marquez, even though he don't apply it with Tisha. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Oh, but yeah, but then he effed up his good deed by taking a jab at Melody as he was doing a comparison between Marquez and Melody. Anywho, ciao. But also, y'all do notice when it comes to the millimeters, this entire season, almost each of the core members have been taking jabs at the millimeters. Stormy did it when she accused Miss Black BT of being a millimeter, okay? You remember, I think Tisha even said something about the millimeters. Martel, of course, what his raggedy ass, of course, he was going to say something if it's going to attack Melody in some type of way, right? And I believe who else said something? Marceau. So they all took digs, right? So is Carlos telling the cast members to plant these insidious seeds, right? So they can take root and grow because they can't attack Melody directly. So they're trying to attack her through the millimeters, right? Any way to try to take her down, okay? Even though it's not going to work, right? So anyway, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that. But anyway, I'm like, is this a scheme that Carlos set up to come to us with the bullshit? I'm just saying. And then last episode, you had Martel getting a whole lot of airtime. He was meeting with Sonny and Moses. He meeting with Stormy. He meeting with this one and that one. Just a lot of camera time, okay? Not necessarily Maurice and even Chris Fletcher. He's getting a decent amount. And even the new guy, Ken, Latricia's boyfriend, he's getting a decent amount of airtime himself. So, do y'all remember a while back that Carlos said that he wanted to take the show in a different direction? And so I get it with the core six. They beat the hell out of the storyline with Martel and Melody and how they divorced and everything that led up to it, the aftermath, the ugly aftermath, and how they're co-parenting and how he's a complete a-hole, okay? And so Melody got tired of everybody riding off of her coattails. And I get it. I totally get it. Okay, so he bought on other cast members. But you notice the other cast members that he bought on, like Latricia and Ken, they're adjacent to Stormy. She's another one who gets a decent amount of airtime, a whole lot of airtime, okay? They're delving into her business life, her home life, her family life, her getting arrested, her becoming a TikTok phenom, okay, selling the 1 million orders or whatever, even though she's going through some bullshiggity right now, child. You know, the people on the street says she might have some mold or whatever and that damn body glaze, and people have found liens and things like that on her home, but I ain't getting into all that. But anywho, that's neither here nor there, but she's getting a lot of camera time. So part of me wonders, so are you trying to make Stormy the face of the show, or are you trying to make Stormy and Courtney a semblance of a power couple? Is that what they're trying to do? Because they don't even show Kimmy and Tisha that much. Hell, we ain't seen Tisha that damn much. Well, hell, word on the curb is that Stormy allegedly may have quit the show based upon a live that she did, maybe sending some subliminals. Time will tell, but we don't know. And then you had a few episodes prior to this particular week to where they didn't show Melody Cherie and the ratings dropped. They tanked, okay, as evidenced by the actual ratings and the views, okay? And I'm waiting to see what the views are going to be for this past episode. I'm just curious. Child, I'm not exactly sure what Carlos is up to, but I guess it's pretty safe to say he is trying to take the show in a new direction, and he's doing it in plain sight right before our very eyes. But we see what you're doing with the millimeter bullshit. We see what you're doing, okay? But anywho, but real talk, now that I think about it, now that we're talking about Stormy, Okay, but let me back up. Now, you know damn well that she can't replace Melody being the head chick in charge. Ain't gonna happen. But anyway, let me get to the point. What got me is that scene when her and Martell were in her warehouse and she was like, well, you know what? I got arrested for harassing communications too. And here go Martell like, no, you too? So what get me is production and Kingdom Reign, Carlos, whomever child, they're trying to level set and make like the charges that Martell got for that revenge P that he was trying to put out on Melody, okay, that set him on his ass and to where he can't even film with her or be, within a certain proximity or distance of her, however that goes, right? Trying to make it like it's the same and they're trying to minimize what he did, okay? No, what Stormy did was cuss that lady out, okay, which she shouldn't have done, using all that vulgarity against an elderly person. But anyway, it's not the same what Martell tried to do. So they're really trying to paint Martell in this certain light and downplay what he did and act like, yeah, he has some charges, or whatever. Now that he's not married, they're just trying to make him like he's just this bachelor, this man about town. All these women want him, like Latricia might have had a thing with him. He talking about how she went to the house a couple, two, three times or a few times. I'm just like, why would you even put that out there, whether you slept with the woman or not? In my opinion, that's extremely tacky, okay? And when were you getting with her? During the time that you were with Melody? Now, her and Cold Star do have a similar look, okay? He does have a type, and they all kind of favor Miss Marlene, which is a little younger, in different ways. They don't all look exactly alike, but I'm just saying, that Bama got an Oedipus complex if I ever saw one. But yeah, back to what they're trying to do with Martell. They're just trying to paint him in a certain light. I'm like, he's a demon. We all know it. And the die has been cast. It's out there. We know what type of fool he is. And also, I would be remiss if I didn't comment on the fact that I think Carlos is trying to be a maverick. And I think he's trying to be a trendsetter by making the men be more of a focal point or the focal point more so than the women, because you have to think about it. The blueprint for the Housewives brand and series, it focuses on the women. And the men are there by proxy in support of the women. And we all know that they traditionally don't get paid unless the woman chooses to give them a small amount, 10% or whatever it is that they negotiate for appearing, right? So you think about the Married to Medicines, the Real Housewives of New Jersey, Atlanta, and things like that, okay? So I'm thinking he's wanting the men to be front and center to kind of break the mold, so to speak, since he's such a champion of men. That's just my opinion. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that part. Hell, let me tell it. He's trying to live vicariously through the men. I'm just saying. But again, moving right along. I mean, but I get it. It's an ensemble cast, and they're trying to have variety in the storyline. And even Destiny's getting a decent amount of damn airtime. You got Sonny Moses. So, I mean, it's good that it's new people on the show, but the only thing I don't like is Melody Cherie hasn't necessarily gotten any allies. Now, she has the Fletchers, and they're kind of neutral because they were friends of the former hosts, Melody and Martell, okay, back when they were married, and they're still friends with them to this day, even though Martell want them to pick a side, and I'm glad they won't. But I'm talking about a couple who is just, or a friend group, or at least a friend that's just a true friend of Melody. Now, I know Sonny likes Melody, and we know that, okay? But I'm talking about somebody who's just solid there for her. You got the Scots 1.0, 2.0. They got each other's back like flapjacks, right? And then the Fletchers, they're even cool with them. You got damn Destiny, who's damn up Martell's ass, okay? And you got Tisha, who done poached her away from Melody, and Destiny went along willingly, but I ain't even here to harp on that. But anyway, let's listen to this particular video of Carlos revealing his true character as if we weren't already aware, but still. Again, and some people are of the mindset that Carlos trying to make the men be front and center stage of the show, okay, as opposed to the ladies reigning supreme. Y'all tell me what y'all think. But anyway, let's get to the video I recorded. Y'all drop that in the comments. Y'all tell me what y'all think about all of it. All right, let's get into it. Oh, but hold up, wait. And then you got Martell, who shouldn't even be filming at all. with the Revenge P-ish that he did. And y'all peeped how Sonny was asked by Queen Sheba, why is Martel even still on the show? Something to that effect. And she said, well, he is an executive producer or producer or something like that. So I doubt if he's going anywhere. Just had to throw that part in there. All right, now let's get to the other video.
The thing is this, and I'm going to say this, and you don't have to agree with me, okay? I do believe the healthiest relationships, the long-lasting ones, are the ones where it is one star per household.
All right, now I want y'all to listen to this real closely because Carlos is really revealing his character, because how you are and what you do and one thing can really trickle and be a ripple effect in terms of how you are in all things, okay? Stay with me.
I believe that is challenging when both the husband and wife, wife, are both in the media, in the same field. There is possibly some secret competition. And one thing that I've always looked at, I look at you, I look at Oprah, I look at me. I look at it, and I personally, I can't be with somebody
who's as much of a superstar as you are.
I can't. Meaning for me, because I think I'm not lost on the fact that you and I are, this sounds so egotistical, you and I are stars, right?
But why do you think that's egotistical? It's just factual. I know. Why are you embarrassed about?
I know. I have to work on that.
Yes,
I was told the other day I'm bad with compliments. The whole thing.
There's a fine line between confidence and cockiness.
Yeah, I have to work on that. It's
your own issue.
Yeah, it's being from Detroit and growing up with being the middle kid of 10 kids.
Got it. Right?
Okay. So I do believe that what's working is the fact that I can't be with somebody.
Let me ask you something, though.
Well, I'll be damned. As if we didn't know that, right? So Carlos seems to be talking about a romantic partner, husband, or whatever it is they are in terms of a relationship. Now, I want you to translate that same concept to business, right? So we know that he created, as he lets us all know, the Love and Marriage series, right? Now, if it weren't for Melody Cherie, which was his muse, it would probably never have come to fruition, because let's keep it a buck. She is Love and Marriage Huntsville, and had she and Martel in tow, okay, but her mainly, has she not approached him with a scissor reel and all that stuff, wanting to do some type of a show when it came to like some HGTV type of stuff, whatever the case may be, he saw a star when he saw her. But to get to the point, he said that he has to be the star in the relationship, okay? He doesn't want to be in any type of situationship, let me tell it, personal relationship, business relationship, any type of ship, okay, to where he's not reigning supreme in the main star. That's why he struggles with Melody, because she is Love and Marriage Huntsville. She is the star of this show. I mean, period, okay? It's her damn show. And I think it troubles him on some level that it's not all about him. You know how they say some producers and some agents and managers, they want to be seen in the public eye. And they said never be represented by, if you're a rapper, right? Don't ever sign under the label of another artist, rapper, singer, or whatever, because when it comes to good projects or songs or whatever, they're going to be thinking about themselves first, because it's all about them. You know, they're thinking about their own best interests, right? Or don't ever sign to a manager or agent and you are an actress or whatever, and they too want to be a singer, depending upon, when it comes to arts, what your specialty is, what your talent is, okay? In other words, don't ever sign under anybody who wants to be you, okay? Child, that makes me think about Sunny and Destiny, but that's a whole nother damn goddamn on video. But back to this, that's why he struggles so hard with Melody Cherie, and we knew this, because he needs to reign supreme, he needs to be front and center, he wants to be Andy Cohen, he wants to be in the limelight. And Melody Cherie is just talented beyond talented, and I feel like Melody Cherie, her light shines so bright, maybe he feels like he's in her shadow, and he shouldn't feel that way, because you're the producer, Kingdom Reign, whatever, as you let everybody know, okay, it's your production company, we get it, right? Play your role, Carlos. But anyway, I just thought this analogy was very telling, okay, as if we didn't know that, but I just had to pinpoint it and give my commentary on it, because what you do on one thing a lot of times will transcend and translate and carry over into everything that you do. Okay. If you're a slacker in one thing, if you're a cheater, you cut corners, and damn it, you'll cut corners in relationships or your job, friendships, or whatever. Hell, you may even cut corners with your damn self. But anyway, y'all drop down in the comments and y'all tell me what y'all think. But on another note, I really like the interview and I love Mona Scott Young. Okay. She's done a whole lot. A lot of people say that she bought in that whole Zeus culture and all that type of stuff, but I could expound on that too, but I'm not going to get into that on this particular video. But she's very accomplished nonetheless. But anyway, this is Sensibility Speaks. Thanks for stopping by. Drop that in the comments and tell me what you think. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.